the Osprey Rook 65 litre backpack. This pack is incredibly popular, incredibly cheap. It's got a real pedigree, and today I'm going to show you how good this pack is, or maybe how not so good this pack is. I tested it out in the real world. I've been away for days in the wilderness with it, all conditions, mountains, rivers, tussock, flats, inclines, wet weather, dry weather. So stick around for the next 10-15 minutes and you'll find out. Right, so the Osprey Rook 65 litre backpack. I'll take it off, we'll have a close look at it, give you a few of the details, and we'll work out just why this pack is so cheap. And whether Osprey, well not whether, just exactly what shortcuts Osprey has taken to bring this down to an extremely low price point of $180 US. Which is about $329 New Zealand, 170 euro. So we'll have a look at it. It's a great looking pack, typical Osprey. Beautiful trampoline suspension system on the back, stop you sweating too much. It's got some great features on the pack, it's got lots of compression straps. Unfortunately I could only get it in this blue colour. It does come in a brown sort of colour and also a charcoal grey colour. We'll go over some of the features of this pack for you. It's not an ultra lightweight pack, but it is light, 1.7 kilos, which is, I think that's about 2.9 pounds. So it's pretty light. It's got quality buckles, quality YKK zippers, full length zipper on the sleeping bag compartment and also the lid. So that's really good. It's got fantastic compression side pockets, dual entry. You can put your bottle in on the side or the top, as you can see. Here's my drink bottle, really handy when you're walking. Just grab it from the side, like so. Sweet. It's got big full-size pockets on the hip belt, big long full-length zippers on the pockets. Right, so I've swung the pack around, give you a bit of a look at the suspension system, because it's pretty good. It's typical Atmos type suspension system. This is the airspeed system, and I actually like this. This is my preferred system. The Atmos AG, the anti-gravity one, has a different system, but I actually prefer this one. So there's a fair gap there. Just put my hand in there, you can sort of see my hand in there. There's a good couple of inches between the suspension trampoline system here, which goes against your back, and the actual pack itself. And of course it's curved. See that? So it's good. It's really comfortable. Takes a bit of adjustment. Definitely takes a bit of adjustment, but once you fine tune it, you're laughing. Up and down, suit yourself. And I've got mine in number 3, so I'll put that back in. So you just pop them back through the holes and there you go, you're all hooked up. Okay, another thing, it's a pretty comfortable pack. The straps are pretty good. There are some issues with it though. The padding is not premium padding. It's not like the Atmos AG, so you know, you got to realise that at the price point they have given up some a few of the features which do make the other packs a bit more comfortable than this one, especially with a bit of weight and over multiple days or hours carrying it. Top lid. It's not a floating lid, it's permanently connected. You can overstuff it a little bit, but not too much. It just looks too awkward and it just doesn't pull down properly when you secure it. But I don't really have a problem with a fixed lid. I don't overstuff my packs. The more you stuff in them, the more weight you carry. And that's the other thing we'll get to a little bit further down the video, the weight factor. Because what's recommended for this and what is actually comfortable are two totally different things. And after 3 days testing in one environment way down in the mountains, 2 days testing in another environment up in the bush, I found out some facts and some things about this pack that you really need to know before you make the decision to go out and buy this pack. or maybe look at taking this pack on your next multi-day adventure. And speaking of that, who's this pack suited to? Well, you can do a great day camp with it, get everything you want inside, no problem. It's also suited to multi-day camps, excuse me. Inside at the moment I've got pretty much everything I need for a 3-day hike. I've got food, I've got blanket, woolies, tent, tarpaulin, accessories, personal stuff, change of clothing, torch, stove, butane gas canister. I've pretty much got everything I would have in here. At the moment this is sitting on 14.5 kilos. Down the bottom here, of course, you've got the built-in rain cover. Fantastic. And that pocket down here is actually big enough to put a bunch of other stuff too. I cram it full of extra bungee cord, guy ropes, paracord, things like that. Right, so that's the sleeping bag pocket. There you can see the separator between the sleeping bag compartment. Main pack compartment, we'll undo the compression strap. And of course that's a footprint from your tent. So, right, as you can see on the table, this all came out of the pack. So I've got enough gear on the table here for easily for a 3-day hike. I've got clothes, sleeping bag, emergency equipment, 3 bags of food and different rations. All my utensils, I've got a stove, light, fuel, tent, tarpaulin, a mat to sit on. I've got multiple jerseys and bags of clothing, extra beanies, cups, utensils, battery pack over the back there. That's the battery pack, all my maps and stuff, raincoat, food and personal items, stove, wet weather jacket, light, tent, tarp, inflatable mat, inflatable pillow, seat, jersey, another jersey, pack full of gear, hat. So pretty much everything I need for 3 days plus hiking. And there's still room in the Osprey at the very top for my drone pack, so sweet. I can tell you, I'm gonna have to stop shortly, have a drink and just adjust this pack. It's a really good pack. It's an Osprey pack, and I fitted it to my body and my torso length and everything, and it was fine when I was walking around with it for a wee bit, but yeah, it feels a bit awkward again actually, so I might have to just stop and adjust it, change the heights on some of the straps and things, and adjust the harness on the back of it. You've heard a lot of the good points, now the issues. Osprey on their site have the weight guide for this pack from 10 to 20 kilos. Now I wore this for 3 days on one hike, 2 days on another one, and I took it away at 15 kilos, okay, which is 5 kilos less than their maximum carriage limit recommended. And I can tell you right now, because of the shortcuts they've taken on the padding, the thickness of the padding, the material, the actual rubber itself in there, the foam, and the shortness of the hip belt itself and the non-adjustability of it, that's where they've saved the biggest amount of money, and that's where really the pack comes up a bit short in my book. Okay, it took me 2 days to get this thing dialed in properly to me when I was down in the bush, and to be honest with you, because they've saved so much money by going to a very thin padding on the shoulder harness and the back piece, and also on the hip belt pads, that's where they've saved a lot of money. And unfortunately it's adequate, but it's not great. It's not great at all, and this is where the weight factor comes into play in a big way. My recommendation, do not go over 15 kilos in this pack if you are carrying it for hours at a time, and especially not if you're carrying it days at a time. If you're carrying 15 kilos, you're going to get sore no matter how you adjust it, no matter how you change the notches on the length of torsion of your torso, sorry, you know, you're going to get sore. And I've worn this in pretty well for a few hikes now, but the foam it's still hard. It's a very hard foam. It's not forgiving, and it seriously wears into the soft skin in your armpits and the inside of your shoulders, and it became quite sore and quite annoying after a few hours doing that for me. Same with the hips. The hip belt does not extend around far enough. The padding it's adequate, but again it's thin and it's hard. It's quite hard foam. Well, time to sum up, I think. Hope I've given you a pretty good rundown on the pack. The Osprey Rook 65 litre pack. Good quality pack. Osprey's a fantastic brand, have been for years. They put out good quality equipment. This one, it's not budget, it's a bloody good pack, but it's certainly at a budget price. 180 US, 329 New Zealand, 170 Euro for a pack of this pedigree, which has got everything the Atmos AG has, apart from a few key points such as the padding, harness system, and a different kind of back suspension system, and a couple of pockets obviously, and a floating lid. But if you take those things into account, it's good value for money. And if you're thinking about going on a multi-day hike and you're looking at this pack, the Osprey Rook 65 litre, I can thoroughly recommend it. Go out and buy it, it's a good pack. Comes with the normal Osprey guarantee, they're pretty good. Read the fine print, it only covers failures with the pack itself and workmanship and materials. Doesn't cover wear and tear. Be aware of that. A lot of people think wear and tear is covered, but it's not. But Osprey are good. I've heard a lot of stories of returns and people just, no questions asked, getting a replacement or getting it repaired. As you can see, yeah, great looking pack. You'll have a great hike in this pack. Just remember the 3 key points. No floating lid, so you can't overstuff it, which is good because the weight factor of this pack, maximum 15 kilos. Okay, maybe a little bit over, but definitely not 20 kilos as Osprey recommends as the upper limit. If you carry 15 kilos or more in this pack, you're going to get sore, and that's because of the other point, the padding and the outer suspension covering on the harness and the hip belts and the hip pads. It's adequate, but that's all. It's not great, okay? And there's no adjustability, so if you need a wider hip belt, get the extended version. But if you keep those things in mind, keep the weight down, you'll get days and days of comfortable backpacking with this pack. Did me well, took me a long time to get it dialed in, and even after hundreds of kilometers, it still makes me a bit sore on my very soft parts of my skin in here. And you can't help that. You can't adjust it enough to stop that happening. So just be aware of that. Make sure you put something decent on here. Dial it in properly to yourself. Don't be scared of taking a day or two to get it properly dialed in. Once you get that, and you don't go over, I recommend 15 kilos is the maximum, as I said. 14's even better. The lighter the load, the better this pack performs. The heavier the load, the worse it gets and the sore you're going to get. But that being said, fantastic pack, Osprey, you've got a good one here. And I'm Rick, this is Lifestyle and Tech Gear Reviews. I'll leave it at that. I've already rambled on long enough, but I can thoroughly recommend it. So if you're thinking about it for your next multi-day hike, or you're thinking about buying it, you know, I can definitely give you the thumbs up there. And thanks for watching. See you on the next one.